Welcome to the Northside Arena, and as you can tell, a bit overcast at the moment, but just behind my cameraman here, the sun is starting to peep through, and things are looking good for this afternoon, Elliot.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while since I've been on a bike, to be honest. I haven't been on in probably 2-3 weeks, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and as we walk along the track, the track feels remarkably good. It's pretty solid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a shale surface, so there's no clay. So obviously, when it's wet, it soaks in pretty well. It doesn't make it really sticky or anything. You get some tracks like Ipswich, Kings Lynn, to name a few, where the clay surface, as soon as they get wet, they just become unrideable in a sense.
Yeah, they become very, very slippy, don't they?
Yeah,
it's like racing on ice, where this is going to be different, because as it turns over and there's a breeze and the air gets through it, it'll actually dry out, won't it?
Yeah. They do a brilliant job, to be honest. I've ridden the all year, and every time there's been rain for a day or two before the meeting, it's been the best the track's been.
So conditions like this doesn't affect you at all? You're not one of these riders that a little spot of rain puts you off?
I'm not really too bothered myself. I just turn up and jump on anything, shut my eyes and hope for the best most of the time. But
possibly shutting your eyes is not a good idea. But back up into the main body of the team now, and old Cranny's, the captain's gone to reserve.
Oh, I know. I'm hoping there's a pay rise when you move up, mate. Could do with it.
Have a chat with Andrew about that. Well, that just shows how well your season's gone with the Comets. You know, you came in as a reserve. You have been up and down into the team, but your form on a whole, especially recently, well, the last few meetings, it's been really good.
Yeah, I've really been enjoying my Speedway, to be honest. The start of the season, I felt like I was half the rider I am now, but the points were flying in. But then, as the season's progressed, obviously I feel like I've become twice the rider I was at the start. And in the middle of the season, my scores just dipped. But I feel really good on the bike again. I'm just sort of in that, I either crash or win, there's no in between.
Yeah. Could it be in the case that sort of like through the, as you say, the middle of the season when it went really dry, that the slick tracks didn't suit you? You're more of a rider that prefers a bit of dirt on the track, a bit heavier.
I do prefer a bit of a sort of a sticky base to a track. That's why you get tracks like Mildenhall, a lot of people seem to struggle on. Whereas I started my career there, I did 2 years there, and obviously top scored at our last meeting there.
Yeah, exactly. 10th here today. Good side, Nathan Ablett and Ben Morley as the spearhead. Two very good riders. Nathan hadn't such a good night last night at Redcar, but we know he can do the business road here because he rode in the Susan Rover meeting here.
Yeah, they're obviously both obviously they've got championship experience. They're a strong partnership at 1 and 5, but I mean, everyone's beatable, aren't they?
And not sure if you know much about young Senna, who's coming in at number 6. I think this is only probably his 5th or 6th time on a Speedway bike. I've seen him ride at Redcar, and he was very impressive. I'm not sure if you've seen him ride.
Yeah, I know. I did the practice here a few weeks ago, and he seemed to be flying, to be fair, from what I saw. I didn't realise it was only his 5th or 6th time on a bike, but I know motocross lads tend to take to it quick. If you look at the likes of Bewley and Ashton Bowden, likes of them, absolutely fly as soon as they touch a Speedway bike.
Are you going to do anything different for prep? Because I've just noticed it's a little bit grippy coming out the turns, but that's the best place to have it, so you can get some good drive on the inside. Yeah,
that's what you want, really. So I'm looking forward to later on in the meeting. Obviously, with me being at number 2, I'll be finished by heat 10, but I like later on in the meeting where people on the inside struggle, and you've got that outside run that really builds up because of the base.
Yeah. And I was joking with Stevie Lawson, the track man, the genius here, that you may have to water the track later on.
I hope not.
Well, thanks for talking to us, Elliot. We're now at the start. But having a look at the start, actually, these will be really even right the way across today, I would imagine.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be sort of a weak point or a strong point to any of them. They all look roughly the same. Obviously, with it being a stone base here, they do rut up later on in the meeting. But there's normally enough there where you can start off flat, start off a rut, and still you'll all be pretty even going into that first bend. But obviously the outside gates early on tend to be the worst because there's nothing to really run round on.
Yeah, it is quite a short run for the first turn here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a pretty short run, but obviously the corners are that wide. if you're off 3 or 4, you want to be in the first few heats. You want to be right across onto the curb. I've never seen many people in the first few races make the outside work.
We'll let you get back to the pits and get yourself sorted and have a good one. You've
Aye,
left your
spot
granddad
on.
doing all the work, haven't you?
Just the usual, isn't it?
Just the usual. Thanks very much, Elliot.